there are also like two builds I think you can go with Blade. Or well, there are three. So like you can either go Bloodthirster into like a Phantom Dancer,
Mm.
or if you're gonna go Blade route, you can either do Blade into Infinity Edge Last Whisper like you're gonna do, or you can do Blade into Phantom Dancer Last Whisper, which like is what every Korean is doing at the moment, and
That's
it's
what
pretty
I
good.
normally do. Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Play Phantom Dancer and then Last Whisper.
yeah, that is really strong at the moment as well. So, but like it's kind of personal preference. Like either way you do it, you're not gonna make a huge difference unless you um like are against really high health targets. And obviously Phantom Dance is gonna be tons better. But we'll see how we play it. So, like in the first, what side are we? Are we purple or are we blue? Okay, we're blue side. So we'll do golems, and we're against the Varus Nami. Okay, so Varus Nami is really strong if they hit the Q onto you, but if not, we should be able to win the lane. Try wait for me to get a hook onto Varus before you go too crazy.
Okay.
And just be careful of when you're going up to CS. If he starts coming towards you, that means he's probably going to attack you, and it's better just to lose one CS than take a ton of poke, because he's gonna like you can't really trade with him unless I get a hook, because his burst is a bit too high for us until like you get level 6, and he's just gonna auto attack you again, and then proc his E on you, and that's like probably 35% of your health gone.
Yeah.
And if you do that within the first 3 levels, we've probably lost the lane. So you need to be a bit careful with doing it, and just don't get hit by the Nami Q. So try and save your Q. When we're farming, just don't use your Q aggressively. Just save it, and if Nami tries to pin you down, you can easily dodge it with your Q. But those are the two things you need to focus on. Just watching Varus and watching for the Q. And if you dodge that and don't take too much harass from Varus, we should be able to win.
Do you think Nami is squishy enough for us to kill her first?
If we poke her down, yeah, but not 100 to 0.
Okay.
So the best way, like the best thing to do when you're playing AD, because he's probably going to start Doran's, is just to poke the AD to start with, because he's got no pots. He can't get back up to full health without lifesteal. So
Yeah,
like
he has Nami.
yeah, but like Nami's heal isn't actually that much, really, and it's on a really long cooldown. So
Mm.
if we just like slowly poke Varus down a little bit, so what I'll probably do is if I get a hook onto Varus, I'll hook into him. You can get some damage onto him, and then I'll push him away instead of pushing him towards us, just so we can do that combination and then back off again. And that's like a
Okay.
ton of damage. I'll probably take most of Varus's damage, which is fine, because then Varus has obviously wasted his cooldowns onto me. You're still full health, and Varus is about half, so we do that twice and he'll die. We'll see how it goes though. Like, what runes are you running? Are you running life steal or are you running AD?
I have it's a new account, so I
Okay.
have only Bruiser.
Yeah, runes, that's fine. No worries. I'm just making sure. So obviously, like life steal is better, but it's not. They're so expensive. They're like 2,000 IP or
Yeah.
something stupid. Okay. So we'll sit in here to start with to make sure they don't come, and we'll stay there until 1:35, because that's normally when they start to move. Oh shit, I didn't buy. God, that's a good start. So if you go and sit in there, I should be in there with you, sorry. Let me just... Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do golems, and then we'll do golems, and then you go to lane and I'll help him with red. So
Okay.
when I'm not there, just make sure you don't take any harass. Make sure, even if you have to miss like 2 minions, just stay in the
Yeah,
XP
yeah, yeah.
range. Yeah? So every minion has like a circle around him of EXP range. Just stay in that. It's not really worth. Like if you take 25% of your health from a couple of autos, it means we can't trade again. So if you get your Q first, yeah, and then you get your E second, and then hopefully we may be able to kill. Let's come do these. Take the small one first. Okay. So in general, you want to take the small one first because it dies really quick and does no damage.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna help him out, and then I'm gonna come. 2 secs. Okay, I'm coming now. So Varus, judging by his runes, has probably not got life still either. So you're gonna be okay. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've hit level 2, which is good. So we can be a little bit aggressive. But just be careful, only trade with him when he's going to CS. So if he comes for this CS now, like you could trade with him. And when he comes for this caster one back here, you should be looking to trade as well. Just be careful of trading out in the open like that, because you're probably going to go even. Whereas if you do it properly, then you'll come out ahead of the trade. I'm almost level 2, so let me just get that and then...
Listen is here.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
I got him. Oh, careful. Okay, so you played that pretty well. Did you get hit by an army bubble?
No.
No, okay. So that was good.
I don't think so. Not sure, but I don't think so.
Okay. So we need to be careful now because you've got no barrier and he's going to stay, which is a little bit weird, but you've got no life steal, which means you've only got the life steal from the Dorans. So if he's gone back, that's really good. Okay, so we should go back now as well. So just we'll take this wave and then we'll go back. Now the reason we're going back now is because he's going to come back to lane and he'll probably have an extra Doran's blade or a longsword. So if we go back, you'll have more to spend and you'll have a big advantage in lane, which is really important for Vayne. So you're 18 CS, which isn't too bad to start with, and Varus is on 7, so we're doing really well at the moment. We just need to be careful because Varus is still really strong, especially with Nami. If Nami gets like the synergy between the two is really, really strong, which is why it's really difficult to play against. Because if you, like, you know, when Nami's got her E active, you'll see 3 little water bubbles around the person it's active on.
Yeah.
So when Nami puts that on Varus, you need to be really careful because if he puts 3 of, like, that's 3 auto attacks, right? And if he puts 3 autos onto you,
and then he
uses his burst, that's like his usual burst plus the damage from Nami, which is about 100 rank 1, so that's still a real huge margin.
Yeah, like Vayne's W.
Yeah, exactly. So you just need to be careful when she puts that on. Just try and disengage. Now we've got like a ton of minions, so try and attack just the minions. We want to try and equalize the wave out because he's got a ton of minions. It means we can't pressure him at the moment because if we trade with him, we'll get all these minions aggroed onto us. And if we push it back as well, it means we're not going to put you under tower, so you have a better job, easier job of CSing. I got Varus.
No,
I think I got him.
Which fit nice.
So a good dodge on the Q there. You're doing pretty well with not. Oh wow, she's still here. Doing pretty well dodging the Nami Qs. Just make sure you're keeping your Q for that, and we'll be fine in lane. So if we can get Eve, we can actually get a kill here because you can just condemn her straight into the wall. So Eve is about there, so need to be a little bit careful. I'm actually going to stick a pink ward right at the end of this bush just so we can see her if she runs through lane. Now, at least be a little bit careful because he's full health and you're not, but he's level. Oh, wow. I'm just going to push him away. Keep running, keep running. Ah, my bad. So, yeah, I'll come back with you. So that was my bad. I thought she was up here, but she ran this way instead. But we're doing pretty well at the moment. Now you've got like a level on Varus as well, and you've got the spell vamp on him as well. We can start to pressure because you know those trades I was telling you not to do earlier. So when you were just running up to Varus and autoing him rather than using the minions.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go even on those trades, I said don't do that because like you don't have to. You can abuse minions and you'll get better trade off it. Because he's not got lifesteal now and you do, we can take those even trades and it'll be fine. Because he'll back up and he won't. So
yeah.
Obviously not now because there's so many minions here, but as soon as the minions, like there are less minions there, what we'll do is I'll try and get a hook on either one of them and we can get a good trade off. I think it's warded.
Yeah.
So when they come back in, we're just going to try and push the wave a little bit to start with before we look to trade, because if you auto attack them you're going to get a ton of minion aggro. And minion aggro is really important. Okay, we've got someone behind us. Back off. I'm going to go and ward this. Just be ready to...
Yeah.
I think... Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but... Okay, Diana's gone back. That's fine. So, we're almost in a position to trade now. These lanes are pretty much equalised out. If you just take a couple more of these casts... Remember, casters do more damage as well, so... When there's just a bunch of caster minions, you're going to take a lot more than the fighters when we trade. Okay, so we can look to start to trade now.
Okay.
How close are you to 6?
Almost 1 million or 2.
Okay, so we're going to wait for your 6 then.
One more.
But that trade you just did with Nami was really good, so just autoing her when she came towards you.
Yeah. Kill Nami? Or?
No, we need to focus Varus, because Varus is going to be 6 soon as well. So I'm just going to try and bait a little fight in here. Oops, missed my hook. I'm just going to auto, so just keep farming, don't worry about me. Okay. I'm level 6 now as well, so this is a huge power spike. Nami's level 6. So when Nami ults, you need to try and tumble to the side, or at least tumble backwards. Just don't get caught like in range of them when you get knocked up, because it's a huge knock up and slow, which is really bad if you're close to someone. So if you can't dodge it, just make sure you're as far away from Varus as possible.
Okay.
It's also really easy for Nami to hit a Q after you get hit by that ult, which is pretty dangerous. I'm just going to ward up here. I think there's a ward in. Yeah. So we do have to be a little bit careful of Eve because she's been missing for absolutely ages. But it looks like Nami's gone back. So Varus is on his own now, and we can dive this. So if we just shove this up, I'll tank turret first. Condemn him into the turret if you can. But I'll exhaust straight away. I'll take aggro until I'm almost dead, and then... Okay, so I can't get a hook with the wave, so we'll have to wait for the next one.
Okay.
Oh wow. Keep running, keep running. Okay, attack me backwards now.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, that was a shame.
What?
I got flash if he gets close.
Okay.
Alright. So that was really close. Almost did it. I'm gonna run back. I don't trust Steve. I think she might dive, but the main problem was just you're a little overextended with the wave here. So even though, because like partially my fault for saying like we're gonna dive. So obviously you get a bit. Obviously you're aggressive because we're gonna dive. But the problem was
another Doran's.
Yeah, get another Doran's raid. So 2 Dorans on Vayne is really good because she has pretty weak lane phase, and her health doesn't scale as high as other ADs as well. But what would have been better is if you were like here, or you were like right here when you got caught, which meant we couldn't really fight because the tower was right there. If we were here, say, and they jumped on us, well, we could have actually fought that like 100% because 2v2 we're probably stronger with our ultimates.
Okay.
So if we were just a little bit further away from the turret, we could have turned straight away. So just a little bit over aggressive, I guess. But it was kind of my fault for saying dive, but we just, even though kind of the potential is there for her to be around, so we've got to always be careful about pushing right next to a turret. That's the other thing as well, like even though like you have a lot of pressure when you're next to a turret, if they do engage under their turret, we have to like run for the first couple of seconds of the fight, which means we're probably going to lose. Okay, we can fight this now because she's missed her thingy. If I can get a hook. Okay, I got him, let's go. Okay. So
much damage.
Yeah, the problem was that you tumbled into them instead of tumbling like backwards. So you should always keep your maximum distance.
Running and was trying to the wall.
That's okay. Just Varus has a lot of burst damage. But yeah, the only problem there was just that you dived straight into everyone, so got locked up, and you also tanked every minion because you tumbled into the minions. So apart from that, it was like we should have won the fight, so it wasn't too bad. The other thing was as well that he was like right here, and you tumbled this side of him. If you tumbled here, you could have condemned him into this wall, and that probably would have secured the kill. So, like, it should, your number one priority in a trade should be trying to work out if there's a way possible that you can condemn someone into the wall, even if it pushes them. Like, I know what you were thinking because he was going to likely to run away, so you didn't want to push him further towards his tower. But if you can push him towards his tower and just hit him onto the wall, then that's like a perfect situation because that stun will mean he can't get away anyway. And remember, like, your condemn has double damage, so it's got damage on the first application when you use it, but it's also got damage when it stuns someone. So that should be like your number one priority, and then the second priority is just trying to keep your maximum distance with your Q, and keep like attack moving around the sides. So this game's a little bit sad because I think Ari's left.
Yeah.
But we can still try and learn from this game. So the problem is now he's got Blade of the Ruined King, so he's like a huge margin above us now. And because mid's lost their not even here anymore, we're likely just to get ganked all the time. So let's just go and do golems. Quickly. So if you have a look, like Varus, the biggest problem now is that Varus is that active on Blade. So if you look, he's actually only got 9 more AD than you do. So he's not actually a huge advantage. He's just with the active, so we have to be careful. Like, if we can CC him, we can probably fight him. But if we're going to, like, if we have to try and run away from him, then we're never going to get away because he's going to catch us. I think Nami's here. Yeah. Oh, I should have ordered that again. So we have
the enemy's coming.
Yeah, I know. This is a problem. So we'll just wait. I'm gonna ward up at back of our jungle so that we can see. But this is the problem now, just with mid. Like, there's nothing we can really do with this, unfortunately. But you see how hard bot snowballs. So we've actually played it pretty well. Like, your CS is good. You're ahead in CS of Varus, which is really good as Vayne. Just those a couple of mistakes in trades, which meant cost us the kills. So if you just imagine, like, if you just done those tiny things a little bit differently, instead of having, like, it'd be you with 2 kills and you with the Blade of the Ruined King, especially with your more CS. We need to help Lee, Diners. Okay, guess not. It would be you with the Blade and then we'd have the advantage. So He wasted his E now, so we can maybe trade with him. But we
The
just have to be
lower
careful because he's gonna.
Diana.
Yeah, Diana was just mid, so we've got a little bit of breathing room, but she's now disappeared. So let's just take golems. Okay, Eve's top though, which gives us a little bit of breathing room. So remember, this is warded, so Nami can queue over here. So he's wasting his E quite a lot, which is actually really bad. If we knew where Diana was, we could definitely trade with him because he's wasted his his highest damaging ability, and he's doing it again. I don't know what this guy's doing. Okay, so she wasted the E as well. So if they stick around, we'll definitely trade. So this is like there's two types of trading basically. There's like cooldowns and auto attacking. So cooldown trading is just when you abuse the fact that someone's cooldown is now on cooldown, I guess. So like.
Yeah.
The cooldown trading with Varus is when he uses his E, when Nami uses her Q or E, because they've not really got anything left. I'm just going to tell him it's warded. And the other thing is just going to be autoing. So like I was saying before, you need to make sure that when you try and auto an AD in lane, when they come for a CS, just give them a love tap every time. Just auto them and then back off. It's like a little bit more difficult with Vayne because like she doesn't really have any burst potential. Yeah, I think he's dead to be honest.
It's far away.
Okay. We'll go and take the farm though. Nice Sonya's. Okay, don't Nami's sitting in there, so don't go that way.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more difficult in Vayne because she's got no abilities like to follow the harass up. Wow, holy crap.
Oh my god.
What is that? I think she's just gonna flash anyway.
I don't think she needs to.
Lee's here as well, I don't know why everyone's being so pissy. Okay. Yeah, so like with Varus, what you do, just as an example of like auto trading, is just auto attack the enemy when they come in to CS, auto attack them once more, and then pop your E as you're running away. That's like the basic Varus cooldown with like, and there's like nothing you can really do against that. So with Vayne, it'd probably just be if like they have more than one minion that's on low health. What I do is you just like auto attack him once. Auto attack him again when he comes for the second minion, and then tumble in and wow, damage. And tumble in when nice double flash, and tumble in to proc the third W. So you've just got 3 W stacks onto someone for like nothing there. But it's only going to work if they have like minions there, because if they realise like if you have one minion and you put a W stack on someone, the W is like a really obvious indication you're going to trade with them, because it's like a big silver border around your character. So like everyone is going to realise that if they take 2 more, they're going to get hurt. So you need to be a bit careful. But if they go for another CS, then punish them again, and then you can go aggressive, because even if they trade back some damage after you tumble into them, the damage you put onto them is going to be worth the trade. Whereas just like auto attacks with Vayne don't do that much damage. So if you're just going to trade 2 autos for 2 autos with someone, you're going to come out further behind than other people. Things we need to work on then are just like the using your Q aggressively.
Yeah.
Just so kind of that is just like trading knowledge though. So that's just like knowing how much you can get away with and how much you can't get away with, I think, which you'll just get used to by playing more. But like no one, I better close my Skype. No one really knows how to trade. Like even platinum, diamond level people still have no idea how to trade. So it's just like abusing every time they come for CS, just hit them and then walk away. Like keep doing that over and over again, and you will like automatically just win the lane. It's the easiest way to win, especially with Vayne as well, because if you can get someone to about 60% health, then if you land a condemn, you're probably going to be able to kill them as well. So like every opportunity you can get, if you get a condemn in a fight, in a trade, you're going to win the trade. So just like keep an eye out for opportunities, especially as well if they're like hovering around the brush. What I'll do is I'll ward the brush as you condemn them, so you can keep attacking them.
Yeah,
So
sometimes I take a ward so I can
yeah,
ward the bushes
it
because my support isn't quick enough.
yeah, it is a really good idea to have a ward. I take wards for that reason as well. Like brush control is really important. But don't be afraid as well to flash and condemn someone to get into a better position. So it comes with like knowing the champion and trading, obviously. But if you know you can get a kill, then just flash and condemn someone into the wall. And it's like the easiest way to get a kill on Vayne, because if you're just fighting like in front of each other and then you flash to the side of him and E him into the wall, he's not going to expect that. And like Vayne actually does a lot of damage early as well. You just have to play it right. You have to use the damage carefully because she's so squishy.